I'm the funeral guy, and I remember on 2 occasions, the families had to buy oversized caskets to bury their loved ones in. African Americans lead the wrong list. I want us to lead the list of people that graduate from college, but we're leading the list of people who are passing away with diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and on and on and on, leading all the wrong list. We'll have the funeral for people who have passed away, and then typically we'll come back to the church and we eat what killed the person that we just buried.
I'm an associate professor at the University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Medicine. I really think about the church as being like my second home growing up. There probably wasn't any emphasis on health except for the don't do's, like don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs. But as far as just taking care of oneself, no, that really wasn't discussed in church then. FIT stands for Faith Influencing Transformation, and this is a project that addresses diabetes, heart disease, and stroke through trying to increase healthy eating and physical activity while also losing weight.
Preaching in the African American church is hard work. If I don't leave here on Sundays and haven't worked up a sweat, they say the guy didn't preach, he didn't preach. And so the sweat comes harder now because I'm in better shape. I think in many ways, weight management, weight control, healthy living, and getting people to actually practice it is far more difficult than asking people to be safer with their sexual habits.
My question to ask you is, what is your issue? You can sit there all like a bump in the log if you want to. Everybody got an issue. Some of you got a sexual issue. Some of you got an alcohol issue. Some of you got a financial issue. Some of you got a relationship issue. Some of you got a spiritual issue. What's your issue?
TIP stands for Taking It to the Pews. This project is about increasing HIV education and screening in African American churches, not only for church members, but also for the community members that they serve. African Americans make up about 13% of the U.S. population, but they make up about 40-something% of all new HIV cases. That's a health disparity. And so what better place in the church not to only put a focus on saving people's souls, but also getting people healthy so that they can have a body within the church. The thought of HIV being talked about in church growing up, I can't even imagine that. So like people used to talk about cancer, and that when people would say cancer, they'd say cancer. And that's how HIV was talked about, like, well, so-and-so has HIV. And then the other part would be, and we don't know how they got it. And so what we did was to talk with the pastors to say, if we're gonna address HIV, what would be the best way to address it in the church? And they identified we need to do screening.
The test is easy to do. All right, y'all, church, if I fall out today, the sermon was gonna be real good today. I'm just saying, your pastor can do it. I need y'all to do it.
I think it's just of utmost importance that we have people to preach to. If we don't talk about health, and if our congregations don't get healthier, then we'll just be preaching to the pews.
I don't get up in the morning to save just one person. My goal, my vision is that we can save thousands.